Hey y'all, first things first, I'm all right, so that means you're gonna be all right. I made it out, that means you're gonna make it out, okay? So to anyone that's watching this, that's in an abusive relationship or just an uncomfortable situation, just please understand and please know, as long as you have faith, as long as you are in your mind and in your heart knowing I deserve better and I'm gonna get up out of this, you will get up out of this. You're gonna get up out of it. I'm here. I'm living proof. I made it out. You're going to make it out, okay? We are talking about Full Circle. Full Circle, a renewed history, loosely based off of myself when I was in a very tumultuous relationship, okay? I don't really want to keep the spotlight on me because, as I like to say, I wrote the book, but it's not my story. It's everybody's story. Everybody's story that has dealt with a loved one that was in an abusive relationship. Anyone that's been in an abusive relationship, I don't want to make it about me. It's very uncomfortable. It's taken me 30 years to even speak out loud about this. So, I'm just a little uncomfortable about it still, So I want to share this. I want to share this with you all. And hoping that someone gets something out of it. And hopefully, if you are in an abusive relationship, I'm inspiring you in some kind of way to take the necessary steps to get up out of that relationship. It took me, I was in it for 4 years. So it took me 4 years. And it brings me to today's topic, which is the first time. So after the first time that I was violated, it took me 3-4 years to leave. So let's talk about it. So in Full Circle, so Corinne, much like myself, she's based on me. And I love to say, this is my daughter on the cover. I'm so proud. She looks so beautiful. Corinne's character, much like myself, she's a little arrogant, a little cocky, just her. She felt great about herself in spite of her daddy issues, in spite of her shortcomings. She just was always very comfortable in her skin, in a sense, right? And abusers don't like that. They don't like that. Their mission is to break down a woman that thinks too highly of herself. At least that's what I think. I don't know. Again, I'm no therapist. I'm no psychiatrist. I am an expert, though, on what Ayana has been through. And I'm sharing my stories with you. And if you can relate, you relate. If you can't, move on or share it with someone who you think can. We clear on that? Because I ain't finna tussle with y'all about nothing that I went through. Period. Okay? So, in this book, the first time that Monty, the character Monty, put his hands on Corinne, she was torn, much like myself. That part of the book is very true. The surrounding factors of it, you jiggle some things around, but for the most part, the first time that he violated her, she was taken aback. She was just like, regardless of the fact that her dad wasn't around, and in the book, at this point, her and her father have reconciled and they're trying to, work on some things. She was still like, this is not right. I cannot believe this man put his hands on me like this. And she took a step back from him for a little while. She did. She took a step back because she was really conflicted. Like, she's not even thinking, is he abusive? So the first time your abuser put his hands on you, are you thinking he's abusive? Or is it a one-off to say, all right, this probably ain't going to happen again? Or is it a, hell no, this motherfucker is capable of doing this, I'm out. What happens, right? But what happens when you stay? What happens when you go back after this man put his hands on you? So I'll tell you, for me, when this man put his hands on me, I didn't know what was going on. I promise you, I was just like, what? Like, I just didn't know. But in that point in my life, as I think back, I was very lonely. I was just really on some other shit. I just felt by myself. I'm not going to say I felt like he was all I had, but I kind of felt like he was the closest person to me. I did. So when he violated me, I was just kind of like, oh, this sucks. We fought, you know, he hit me, I hit him back. He like, oh, you think you tough? He hit me again. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I'm tough. I hit him back. We thumping. And then I realized I'm not supposed to be fighting a man. Let's start there. He ain't supposed to be fighting me. This ain't right. And when it clicked in my head that this shit ain't right, and I put my guards down, it was too late. He was raining down on me. He was raining down on me. And I woke up the next morning, and I don't want to joke about it because it's not funny, but when I woke up the next morning, I always think about the episode of Martin when he fought Tommy the Hitman Hearns, and his face was all exploded. That's how my face looked. Yeah, that's how my face looked. And I had nowhere to go, and I had to stay home with him and heal as best as I could. And then once I was decent enough, I left. I went home, and I kind of just laid low for about a week. And then he showed up a week later, and he's like, yo, I'm sorry. He's calling all my friends, and he's trying to get me back. I don't know what this is. I don't know that I am now, if I go back, I am now in an abusive relationship. And I often think, what made you go back, Ayana? I still don't have the answer. I may have to go see the lady about this. I don't know what made me go back, but I did. I went back. And when I went back, after he said, hey, listen, come to my house later on in the week, when I went back, he proposed. He got down on one knee and he put this huge rock on my hand. And I don't even remember saying yes. I don't. It's all a blur. And so once he proposed and I became his fiance, I would like to think for him, he felt like yes, because it was all a game for him. He didn't love me. He didn't care about me. How could you beat me and treat me the way you did if you really cared about me? So the ring for him was a way to say, let me do something that I know she never experienced before and get her back. He had to go grand. Flowers wouldn't have cut it. He had to go grand. So he comes with this ring. And he proposed, and I wasn't impressed. I just really didn't know what was going on. I'm 18, and I'm just kind of like, what the fuck is this shit? You know? So after that, that was it. I moved in. Why, girl? I can hear y'all. Why? What the fuck? I don't know. I think back to where I was back then. Daddy issues. Had to be some type of issues. Why would I do it? I can't really put it in words because I don't really know. But I know I was missing something. Something was going on, right? And something is going on with you. That's why you in that relationship still. That's why you stayed. That's why you still there, right? So figure out what that is. And don't go the whole 4 years that I did. Don't go another fucking day in that situation with a man that's mistreating you, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, verbal, whatever it is. Don't go another day. You deserve better. You got to know that. But anyway, what do you do after the first time this man violates you? Now, for me, it was physical. It was very bad. For you, he could have called you a dumb bitch. For you, he could have locked your bank accounts. For you, he could have just played some mind game with you that had you fucked up for a little while, and then you come to realize it wasn't what he said it was, but he had you all tricked up in the head, and he just looking real foul, right? What do you do after that first time, and how do you feel after the first time when you stay, when this person that you love, this person that you trust, violates you? How do you feel? I felt guilt for a while. I don't remember the time in between that time and when the next time it was that he violated me, but I know for a second I was just like, if he's capable of blowing my face up like that, oh, he capable of anything. And that he was. But I wish I had the answer for us girls. I really wish I did. I just know for me, if I could be honest with you in this moment, as I'm thinking about it right now, I guess I wanted to be loved. And I guess I maybe felt like I wanted to show this man, because he had his issues too, right? So I kind of felt like we were like fucking Romeo and Juliet, Bonnie and Clyde, I guess. Where it's like, you got your issues and I got mine, and we're in this together, ride or die. Baby, I died it more than I rided. I died a million times in that relationship. I died a million times, and again, in hindsight, I realized that he played on my weakness. He played on my heart. He played on the things that mattered most. And you don't have to go through that with somebody. If you decide to trust someone with your innermost thoughts and feelings, and they abuse it, and they throw it in your face, and they use it against you, fuck them. They don't get a second chance. That goes for friends, men, women, whoever. If you share something important with somebody, something special, something intricate, something just personal, and in the first opportunity they get, they throw that shit in your face and they use it against you and they try to manipulate you. No, baby. You better run. You better run, DMC, goddammit. You better run on they ass. You better marathon. Get up out of there. Because they are showing you, because they're going to try. Abusers are going to try. They're going to drop little things to see how much you're going to take. Baby, that first time is going to be some rubber bullets. Second time is going to be some hollow points, and it's going to destroy your ass. Pay attention to the signs. So that first time that Monty in the book put his hands on Corinne, she knew it was wrong. She felt it. And she was just like, this is not right. And she stayed away with him for a couple of weeks. But there was something inside of her that made her go back. There was something inside of her that made her say, I'm going to give him another chance. You know, he was on her. And she was just like, all right, let me see what he's talking about. I wouldn't advise you, ladies and gentlemen listening, to give it a second chance. I would not advise. I feel like Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are, you believe them. And so I would not advise that the first time a man call you a bitch, the first time a woman call you a bitch ass nigga, the first time they flirt with the opposite sex in front of your face, the first time they emotionally abuse you by ignoring you, walking around the house not paying you no attention, mentally abusing you, financially withholding funds from you if you have to depend on them. Never put yourself in a predicament to have to depend on nobody financially. Let's start there. Before you get into a relationship, make sure you got your coins. Make sure you got enough money to dip out and get your own place. Make sure you got enough money to get the fuck out of Dodge. Stay in a hotel if you have to. Never, ever, 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 ever put yourself in a predicament to solely have to depend on anybody financially. Always keep your shit tucked. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But when they start to show you these signs of abuse, where they will hold things against you, mistreat you, make you feel away. Some people have a way of subtly trying to humble you and bring you down a notch. You know, as Eve says, knock you down because he said you was too tall for him. That wasn't love, baby girl. You was dreaming. This is true. When you a little too tall for niggas or some women, they will try to break you down. Yeah. That's abuse, baby. That's abuse. The minute you feel like that man is hating on you and he's not bigging you up and making you feel like the queen you are, and he's always nitpicking at you, making you feel like you doing too much. Why you dress like that? Why you going there? Why all that? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No green eggs and ham. No, sir. No way, Jose or Hector Camacho. You get rid of him. He gotta go. He gotta go. Same thing for the opposite sex. They gotta go. Your partner is supposed to support you, big you up, uplift you, add to your life in a positive way, and enhance your life, add to it, all those things. The minute they try to bring you down, oh, you gotta go. Goodbye. Bye. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta go. So the first time you experience some type of domestic violence in whichever way, because we got to touch on the sexual abuse. We're going to touch on that in another episode. Sexual. Yeah. It could be rape even though you're in a relationship. You're in a marriage. You're in a whatever. Yes. 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 He can rape you. Yes, it's rape. No man owns you. No man owns your body parts. No means no. In every language, in every country, in every religion, it means fucking no. Or because he's your husband does not mean he has the right to violate you and take from you. Fiance, boyfriend, don't matter. No means no. And you know when you're being violated, you'll feel it. You'll know it. You'll know it. What do you do the first time it happens and you stay? How do you feel? Are you responsible? Should you blame yourself for it to continue to happen because you let it happen the first time? All that guilt weighs on you throughout the entire relationship. And that's not fair. It's not fair, baby. Because what you don't realize is you've already been manipulated in your mind by this man. You don't even know because you love. You've been love bombed, all the things. You've been programmed. You don't even know it. But that's a whole other conversation that we're going to have. So when people ask why now, oh baby, there's so many things to unpack. It's always the right time to talk about what you've been through. So don't ever feel ashamed. All right? And if you ain't got nobody to talk to, you got me to talk to. I'm here. Until the next episode, babies. Have the day you deserve.